Hey everybody, welcome back to P Street Flower Farm. My name is Tamara. Today I am working on taking some of the seeds out of their husk. So this is pennycress. Yesterday I did some dill seed. So I'm going to winter sow the pennycress into this 200 cell tray. And all I'm doing really is just breaking off one of these kind of stem pieces, and the seeds are inside. There's probably like 6 to 10 seeds inside each pod, and I'm just breaking them off. And then I think after this, I'll put them through like a colander and see if I can get most of this kind of husky stuff to be left behind. I am going to multi-seed this really heavily, and then I'm going to put it outside and see what it does. I have tons and tons of this pennycress save. It's downstairs. I just hung it upside down and it's kind of dry in the basement and it seems to be fine. All the seeds look really good. They're nice and dark, so I know that they're mature. And this actually just was growing wild in a prairie near my parents' house, so I decided to pick some. I used a lot of it fresh in some of my first bouquets for spring last year. I had requests for graduation and last day of school for teacher gifts, so I used the pennycress fresh, and then anything that was left over, I just hung to dry. There are a ton of seeds in here, so I am just going to do this one tray to see how it does, but I'm also going to start some right into the soil probably around April 1st. Really hoping that this is successful, because if it is, I literally will have pennycress forever and ever and never paid $1 for it. Okay, so today has really just turned into a chore day. I have got about another week before I can start taking stuff off of the heat mats, and so I'm trying to get everything that I can get done now done before I start going into another round of seed sowing. So these are my Lisianthus trays. I have 10 of them. I'm bringing them upstairs. I'm cleaning the bottom trays. This is totally overdoing it and not necessary, but I really want to make sure that these live. The seed was really expensive. I'm growing about 2,000, and so I don't know, I'm really being precautious and really trying to make it work this year. I want to start being able to tweak the process of growing Lisianthus from seed, because like I've said in other videos, I really just want to be good at this method. I just really want to grow my own Lisianthus from seed. I know that there's a time and place for plugs. I know that's really popular, but for me, if you're talking about eventually, our plans are to grow 6, 7, 10,000 Lisianthus a year. When you start putting that in plug form, and for 210 plugs, it's $70 or $80 or $90. That's a lot of money, and I just want to be able to repurpose that savings into something else on the farm. And so I think it's worthwhile for me personally to learn how to do this well. Now, that's without having run a farm and not having a farm per se. We've got our acreage back here, but nothing like the larger scale that we're going to have in the future. So I don't know, maybe I will change my mind later, but as of now, I'm committed to learning how to do this, doing it well. I tried to hold myself back for so long, and then I just found myself on Johnny Seed's website and I couldn't hold back anymore. There's a huge hole in this. Oh, that would have been a disaster had they fallen out. That is so not great. It's been really snowy here and this package is kind of wet, so I'm hoping that the seeds are all good. Yeah, let's do a little bit of an unboxing. I am so excited to grow these. I have always liked carnations. I know that they have a reputation for being a funeral flower, but I have always loved them. Now, the ones I feel like that you get or see at the store, I feel like they have bred the scent out, because apparently the carnations are supposed to have a really sweet cinnamony kind of aroma. So anyways, I think this is called the Chabot series, and I got La France. These aren't in order. Beninga, Jean Dianis, and that's it for those. Okay, so I'm really excited to grow those. I do not know where I'm going to put any of this stuff, but oh well. I ordered some more feverfew because I've just been watching the little videos on Johnny's site, and I don't know, they have such great success with feverfew. So I got the Sunny Ball. Oops. also got Felicia, which I think is Bee's friend. I was unsure about this one, but the more I look at it as a filler, the more I like it. So I'm gonna try that one out. And then I got champagne bubbles. So I think I'm doing my cousin's wedding in the spring, and I think these would just be the perfect addition. They're just so big and flowy and pretty and soft, and I'm excited to use those. I got some green mist. I got a really big packet of it. One, because that's the only size they had left for sale, but also I like to multi-sew this, and if you get the regular size packet with just like 50 or 100, it doesn't really go that far. So I'm gonna try this one. It looks like an amazing bouquet filler. I ended up getting Bee Balm. I do believe it's the Monarda, and it's super pretty. I grew it last year. I only got a couple stems, but I really, really like the color of this. They've got these really pretty whorls on it, and I think it'll be a great addition. This is probably like another 500 or 600 seeds. I do not have room for these, but I'm gonna make room. If I have to till up more soil, I will. I'm just so excited. I don't usually do this. I don't usually put in extra orders because you do have the shipping costs, and it's just so much cheaper to do one big order from every company so that you don't have to keep paying those multiple shipping costs, but I couldn't help myself. There's more!
Hello world.
I got Celosia, the flamingo purple. I forgot I got this. It is super cool. I don't know if this is like the regular flamingo, but this one has really cool foliage on it. So that's why I got that. I forgot about these. I got Saponaria. I can't remember I don't remember ordering this, but I guess I did. I got it to grow really well last year, so I'm glad that I put it on my list. Happy forever status. So status isn't one of those things that I fell in love with right away, and it's still on my like questionable list. Everyone else who grows it seems to absolutely love it. I didn't love the formula mix from Johnny's. The yellows were too bright, the purples were too saturated, the blue was kind of like a color that I didn't really love. So this one is a purple like mix, but like a really pretty purple. I can't explain it. Like more like a lavender undertone. So I am excited to grow that. Oh, and here's the other carnation. Mary Chabot. Let's go with Chabot. I think that's how you say it. Marie Chabot. Yay! I'm so excited to grow those. This time of year is super deceiving because you think you have all this time, you see the snow outside. Here in Wisconsin, where we are, the temperature changes on a dime. So one day it's going to be snowy like this, like you see behind me. And by the end of the week, it's going to be 40. We've had days that pop into the 70s in January and February before. So it's deceiving because you think I can just take my time, I can sow my seeds and all this stuff, and I've got all the time in the world, and then bam, it is spring. Like spring is on your heels, and you just kind of start feeling pressed for time. So I am trying to really stay to the schedule that I have made. If you haven't seen that video, I can link it below, but I just talk about my strategies in terms of germinating, seed sowing, getting the transplants out into the field, all of that good stuff. I'm finishing up potting up my tubers and waking them up so I can take cuttings. We're in the basement. Such good news. So let's see here. Can you see? So that was 2-3. We're at 2/16 today. So 13 days, almost 2 weeks. And we've got a little eye starting to sprout here. You can see another one on that cornel. Our cafe au laits are doing good. Again, I super recommend this method. These tubers are huge. I did end up ordering 5-inch pots for some of these larger things. I'm gonna cut probably a little bit of that root off, but yeah, I'm gonna get these going so that I have plenty to cut from this summer. But this method with the coarse vermiculite and the cerealite container is really good. Obviously, you don't want them on top like this. I had just opened it before and brought everything to the surface, but you're gonna wanna spread them in separate layers and not touching each other so that they don't rot. But I just put a couple down, put another layer of vermiculite, another set down, more vermiculite, and then you obviously cover it to the top so that none of the tuber is showing. This right here is pennycress. Yes, I am in my house slippers. This is pennycress, and I'm kind of doing an experiment with those. Those have been nicely insulated. We're probably getting another 2 or 3 inches, so I'm not worried about those not getting enough snow on them. I think they'll be fine. So let's head inside because it's cold. I am using the takeaway trays because I am running out of room on my heat mats. 1. 2, I'm finding that the germination actually is outstanding. So I've seen people do this in the past. I did it last year. It didn't work out. I think there was an issue with the temperature in my grow room. So I think they were doing fine in here. And then as soon as I took the lid off, they were damping off because it was just too cold. Gosh, what do I have on my list? So I'm going to broadcast the Mountain Mint, the Bee Balm, all of the Lisianthus carnations, which are the Chabot series, all the Feverfew, and then Pincushion and Jewels of Opar. Those are going to go straight into cell trays. But other than that, I'm just going to use these to-goes, start these guys up, and worry about up potting later. I just got to keep the momentum going because we're still sowing cool season flowers. We had not even started the warm stuff yet. And there's a whole another box of that stuff. So saving time, saving space, and doing it this way. That's just what I found is going to work for me right now. And so I'm going with it. Okay.